Are you in a season of just learning more about who you are? Well, lately, y'all, I have been learning more about myself, and not just from success, but just from slowing down and paying attention. Here are some things that I'm learning about myself in my 20s. First, I want to say welcome back and welcome to those who are new to my channel. First, I just want to start off by saying that it took me a long time to figure out who I am. First, I want to say that my identity is in Christ Jesus. This took a lot of learning, and I'm still learning. I'm currently 25 years old. I've still got a lot of growing to do. I'm not perfect by any means. Since I am continuing to grow into myself and who I am, I've learned a lot of things about myself, and we're about to get into them. The first thing that I want to talk about is discipline. Discipline, y'all, is so important, and it took a long time for me to figure out what discipline really is, because discipline is hard for everybody, and I know it is, and I know it was specifically hard for me to grasp what discipline is. Discipline isn't just about the intensity of it, it's about consistency. To know that the small goals equals and will amount to the big goals. It does not matter where you start, as long as you do start and you build that habit. And it also means that you don't have to have extreme routines to have discipline. You do not have to have that whatsoever. What matters and what counts is that you are showing up. To know that you can show up imperfectly. You don't have to be perfect to have discipline. You can show up how you are and just go with the flow. Because once you build from the small thing, it really does count towards the big thing. Having discipline isn't doing everything. It's just doing something. One thing is the change of your mindset. If your mindset isn't changed, how are you going to be disciplined if you haven't had a changed mind? The next thing that I want to get into is money. I am learning about money. As I'm getting older, and me being 25, how I use my money has been very significant in my life. Prior to me being 25, baby, I was just spending just to spend. If I had it, I'm going to spend it. I don't care where I am, what it is, I'm going to spend my money because it's my money, and I didn't care. I've gotten to a point to where I do care. I do care where my money is going. It will help with my future family and my kids and my kids' kids. Money has been something that I have been really changing my mindset about. I've been doing a lot more saving than I have, because I come from poverty. Me coming from poverty, of course, it changes my mindset about a lot of things. I want to make it to where my children or I myself don't have to worry about those things. If you want to change your spending habits and your saving habits, what's going to help is you budgeting, and also it's going to take you putting your money into different accounts. Start small. You don't have to start big, but it's something that will begin to change your life, because it's important to know where you're putting your money into. What are you investing your money into? Someone special in my life has told me, tell your money where to go so you don't have to worry about where it went. If you put your money into savings, you know where your money is going. You know that your money is going to build interest or whatever the case. But if you're just spending money, how do you know where your money went if you're not telling it where to go? So if you are in your 20s, or even about to be in your 20s, or even if you're not in your 20s, then start saving now, because it is very important. And one thing that I wish I would have done is to save way younger than I am now. If you're not saving, please start saving now, because you will thank me later, okay? The next thing that I want to get into is rest. One thing that I've learned about myself is that you have to prioritize rest. Rest. It is so important, because if you are not resting, baby, you're gonna be tweaking. Let's normalize resting without feeling guilty. Oh me, because I'm trying to learn that. I'm still learning to rest and not feel guilty about it. For me, I go, and I never rest. And so whenever I do rest, I feel like I'm being lazy, because all I do is rip and I run. I just don't stop going. I'm learning in my 20s that it is okay to take a moment for yourself and not feel guilty about it. I understand that as I'm getting older, rest is so important. It's how your body is able to function properly whenever you have the appropriate amount of rest. A human body needs at least 8 hours of sleep. It's okay to rest. That's how you're going to get up and do the things that you need to do. Another thing that I'm learning in my 20s is to set and have boundaries. It is so important to have boundaries. One thing that I feel like a lot of people have a hard time with, and I've had a hard time with, and I've gotten so much better with it, is saying no. It is okay to say no. If it's something that you're not wanting to do, no. If it's something that your heart is not put towards, no. It's okay to say no. You don't have to be a people pleaser. If you're just feeling deeply to say no, It is okay. It's okay to say no and not explain yourself. Or if you do feel like you want to explain yourself, it's okay to say no without over explaining because you said no. Know that you having boundaries is not putting up a wall. It's putting up protection. And if we don't have boundaries, then we can allow people to walk all over us. And we don't need to have people walking all over us. We don't want that to be something that we just carrying over and have people walk on us like we're a doormat, because we're not that. So having boundaries is so vital, and I'm still learning that in my 20s. The last thing that I want to talk about that I'm still learning in my 20s, and you're probably learning too, is motivation. You don't have to start waiting to have motivation. Waiting for motivation doesn't work. You have to move first. You cannot wait for motivation to come, because if it was up to motivation, it wouldn't be motivation, because you have to do it first. Once you build the momentum, you'll have the inspiration to do the things that you need to do. And I'm learning in my 20s that I'm just done waiting for motivation. I'm not waiting for motivation anymore. Stop waiting on motivation, because motivation is not gonna make you move. Only you can. This video was not the longest. I just wanted to share the things that I'm learning in my 20s, being a 25-year-old, and things that I'm continuing to still learn. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are in the season of learning who you are and more about yourself, especially learning in your 20s, give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And without further ado, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.